Hello everybody, my name is Bella. I'm 12 years old. And today I will reading about Sherlock Holmes' makeup band, and I will read in particular a visit to Throgmorton. It was nearby 1 o'clock before Holmes returned. He looked excited. "I've been to Mrs. Rollard's lodger," he said. "I've seen her well. This is what she wanted to happen to her money after her death." After her death, Dieter Rolland inherited all of his wife's income. But if Julia and Helen marry, they would receive a large part of the income instead. So Dieter Rolland could lose a lot of money as they "Exactly," said Holmes. "But now, Watson, we must hurry. And please bring your gun with you." We caught a train to the Leatherhead, the nearest town to Throgmorton. Then we drove along the country lanes to Dieter Rolland's house. It was a beautiful spring day. Soon we saw a large house through the trees. "That's Throgmorton," said our driver, pointing at the house. "The quickest way to get there is through the fields. See where that lady is." We saw a lady walking toward us. It was Helen Stoner. We pa- We paid the driver and he set off back to the Leatherhead. Miss Donahue forgot to meet us. "We have plenty of time," she said. "Dieter Rolland won't return from London until this evening." "We've already made your stepfather see Holmes. He told Miss Donner about Dieter Rolland's visit." Miss Donner's face went white. "So he followed me," she said. "I would never be saved from him." "Come," said Holmes, "let's examine the bedrooms." We walked across the field to the house. We saw that work was being done on one wall of the house. This was the wall of Mrs. Donner's bedroom. "This is strange," said Holmes. "I can't see why this wall is exactly." "No," said Miss Joanna, "I'm sure that the wall is not exactly. It is an excuse to get me to move from my room." "Well," said Holmes, "I want to examine the room you're sleeping in now, your sister Julia's room." The room was small, with a low ceiling and a wide fireplace. There was some old furniture in the room, a bed, a table, and 2 chairs. Holmes examined everything carefully. Suddenly he pointed to a long rope which hung down by the bed. The end of this rope touched the pillow. The rope looked like a bell rope from calling a servant. If the person in bed wanted something, they could pull the rope. The rope would be attached to the belt in another part of the house. The bell would ring and a servant would come. "That belt rope looks rather new," Holmes remarked. "Yes," replied Miss Journal. "It was put in only 2 years ago." Holmes pulled the bell rope. We waited, but nothing happened. We could not hear a bell ringing anywhere in the house. "Look," said Holmes suddenly. "It isn't a real bell rope. It doesn't go anywhere. It's attached to the hook of the ceiling." We all staring at the ceiling. Holmes was right. Then I noticed something else. Near the top of the bell was a tiny opening in the wall. It looked like a small ventilator. Holmes saw that ventilator too. "That's strange," he said. "Air usually comes into the room from outside through a ventilator, but these ventilators connect 2 rooms inside. I wonder why." "I don't know," said Miss Turner. "The bell rope and the ventilator were put in at the same time." "That is really interesting," said Holmes. "A bell rope which doesn't ring a bell and ventilator which doesn't ventilate. They are burst forth. And now, Miss Turner, like to extend your stepfather's room." We went into Tito Rollo's room next door. There were a few pieces of furniture in the room, and some books. In the middle of the floor stood a large iron stand. The stand was locked. Holmes knocked the ropes on the seams. "What is in here?" he asked. "My stepfather's business paper," replied Miss Turner. "That isn't a cat inside?" "A cat?" said Miss Turner in surprise. "No, what a strange idea." "What a strange idea." "Well, look," said Holmes. He pointed to the small saucer of milk on top of the stove. "We don't have a cat," said Miss Turner, "but there is a cheetah. The cheetah is just a big cat." "Yes, of course," said Holmes, "but here's something else." A short stick and light was lying on the top of the bed. A thin rope was attached to the stick. One end of the rope had been tied into a noose. I looked at the noose. I wondered what it was for. "Well," said Holmes, "I think I've been seeing enough." We walked out in the garden and looked through the shutters. "Miss Turner," he said at last, "Tito Weston and I must wait in your room tonight." Miss Turner and I looked at each other in astonishment. "Yes," said Holmes, "your life is a greater danger." Tito returns. "This is my plan," Miss Turner said. "Holmes, listen carefully. When Tito returns, we go into the rooms, but don't go to bed. Wait until you hear Tito go to bed. Then put the lamp in the window. Then go to your own room. You must stay there all night. Tito Weston and I will be watch the house. The lamp in the window will be signal for us. When we see the lamp, we will come." "But where will you be?" asked Miss Turner. Holmes pointed to the building through the trees. "Is this the village inn?" he asked. "Yes," said Miss Turner. "Then Dieter Weston and I will wait at the village inn," said Holmes. "We can watch your bedroom window from there. Goodbye, Miss Turner, and don't be afraid." Holmes and I went to the inn. We paid for the room on the first floor. From our room we could see Throgmorton. As it was getting dark, a horse and carriage came along the road. I saw Tito sitting in the carriage. The carriage went through the big iron gates of Throgmorton. Then it drove on up to the house. "Watson," said Holmes, "we may be in greater danger tonight." "Why do you think we may be in great danger?" I asked. "What did you see in those rooms?" "You remember the bell room and the ventilator?" "Yes," I said, "but I don't understand why they are important." "Both the bell rope and ventilator were put into the room 2 years ago," said Holmes, "but they are false. They don't work. And something happened 2 years ago. Julius Journal died." "Yes," I said, "but I still don't see." "Did you notice anything unusual about the bed, Watson?" asked Holmes. "No, the bed was fixed to the floor. It cannot be moved. It must always stay in the same position, next to the bell rope and under the ventilator." "Holmes," I cried, "I'm beginning to understand. The person in the bed cannot escape from some terrible danger." "Tito is a very clever man," said Holmes, "who just in time to prevent a horrible crime. So, tomorrow I will read about Night of Terror. Today is the end. Goodbye. Thank you for listening to me.